the best HLTV fantasy player we've had ever is Lucy.
Top 2%. That is 3 events in a row with a really high percentage finish. Very happy with that. I don't think there was a way I could have got the 1% even with like better rolls or boosters. Like I was a fair way off, I think, when I looked at the total point count. So with the players I had, couldn't really hope for much better. So yeah, we're just going to keep rolling. We're doing pretty good. We're looking at the playoffs for Blast Lisbon, and I think we're all in the same boat here where Vitality is expected to win this event. I think, they've just been unstoppable this year. I think the only upset potential is maybe Spirit, but with the way they've been playing at the moment, doesn't really feel like they're going to pull it off. But I think if you're playing anti-Vitality, you're drafting Spirit. The real question is then who you go on the lower bracket with this 2-2-1. I really don't like 16 playoff brackets, by the way. Give me 18 playoffs, please. Anyway, a lot of people seem to be going into Mouse, and that's understandable. They look really good. They actually almost, could have beaten Vitality, so there is a world they could do something here. But personally, when it comes to a playoff, I'm more interested in G2 here, and part of that is because you kind of have to go Vitality. And so for me, G2 feel like a good point of difference. And I do think they are arena players, like a player like Monacy, for instance, Hunter, who's been brilliant. I think when it comes to these arena games versus Mouse and Eternal Fire, even if they might not be favored on paper, I think they can win those. So this is kind of my approach to it, but I understand if you don't want to back G2, you might be more comfy with Mal's. We'll see. I don't want to spend too much time here on the players. You guys know who's good value from Vitality. Basically, just pick whichever players you can afford that fit with your other 3. Because I think the other 3 players you get here are probably the more important choices because everyone's going to be going double Vitality. I do think Spirit in particular have some nice choices. Zontix at 203 is a bargain, especially if they have a good game versus Na'Vi. He's been in some of the best form in the last few events. Zontix Magics, that's not breaking the bank. And then you could go some superstars from teams in Group B. I'm trying to make a case for the anti-Vitality draft. I'm not going to do it, but Donk 230, cheaper than Zywoo. Na'Vi are crazy cheap. Mals are crazy cheap. I can see why people are going Mals. I think Torchy Spinks are the guys to go. Eternal Fire, you got Magi, you can chicken him out. 6 points out the gate. Beautiful. You've got Woxic, 200,000. There's a lot of good players around that 200,000. Hunter, Malbs, Heavy God, all that same price point. So there's a lot you can do here. And I would try to think a little carefully about which team you want to back outside of Vitality. That's the most important thing. And for me, first off, I'll just start by saying I'm going to go what everyone else is doing, which is the Rops Apex combo. It just makes the most sense. I don't love drafting Apex, but he has been playing really well, and Vitality are going to win it. And then, it's for me, I am going to go G2. I think that because some people are going Mouse, I have a good chance of pulling off a little bit of a cheeky draft here. So for me, to enable it, I have to grab Madja because he's kind of like the chicken out player. The only other choice would be Alexi B, but I like the extra 6 points you get from Madja, so I'm going to grab him. He's being a 404, which, gives me the option to go kind of any combo of the 2 silvers. I could go Hunter Heavy God, Malbs, Hunter, whatever I want to go here. Unfortunately, can't go both of them. That would have been the way I wanted to go. And actually, I think because I can't do that, I'm doing something crazy, guys. I'm doing something crazy. Now, I've always advocated against the triple IGL. I've advocated against snacks constantly, but I'm doing it anyway. Monacy Rops, they're going to carry me through this. I think that for me, this is about utilizing my chicken out well, good booster activation, and Snacks hasn't been that bad. Like, he's been okay. He was good during groups, it wasn't botting out. I think Monacy can save me here. This is crazy. This is maybe one of the stupidest drafts I've done in a minute, and maybe it's because I'm on this hot streak. I'm feeling enabled. Whatever. It'll probably backfire, but I'm giving it a go. Anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know what you're drafting, and good luck.